Hey, what's up, y'all? This is J.R. Taylor, and welcome back to another episode of Pafoooorm Unleashed. If this is your first time at Pafoooorm, make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment so we can keep the engagement up and I can know what you think, how you feel, and we can keep all the discussions going. Yes? So today is going to be a special movie review with a special theme because it's what? It's Christmas time. So listen, I'm still a person who says Merry Christmas. I know Happy Holidays. I respect all the Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy all those things. But I still want to say Merry Christmas. Is that okay? Is that okay? I still want to say Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas and all those things. Also Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and everything else that you celebrate. So that covers all the holidays. Yes, but I would like to say Merry Christmas. So there it goes. Yes, so we are here today to do a special movie review because the movie comes out today, Christmas Day. That is right now. After you finish opening your gifts, after your family members is arguing over there, after you done ate, after whatever it is that you're doing, playing games, all the things we do for Christmas, yeah? Now, after that, let's get together and go see a feel-good, an inspirational, a movie that will make you dream bigger. This movie makes you dream bigger. And the movie I'm talking about is The Fire Inside. This is the story of Clarissa Shields. For those who don't know, after this movie, you're going to know exactly who Clarissa Shields is, who she was as a kid, how she had to fight all these battles and obstacles, and who she is now, and to really give you inspiration for the future for all female athletes, not just boxers, but just all female athletes. Clarissa Shields is arguably, I would say arguably the greatest woman boxer of all time. Now, some people might say Layla Ali. Some people might say a lot of different other people. Layla Ali have been boxing, I can't remember how long. Layla Ali does not play. However, this Clarissa Shields, 15-time world champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, back-to-back. That has never been done, whether it was with a male or a female. She's the only Olympian boxer who has won back-to-back gold medals. The only one. And she was very young when she did it. My only thing is how we did not know this as a nation. Clarissa Shields should have been on every Wheaties box, Gatorade bottle, commercial, endorsement, sponsorship. She's still that girl, but she should have been commercial where those who are not into boxing know who she is. Because you don't have to be into tennis to know Venus and Serena. You don't. You don't have to be into basketball to know who Michael Jordan was to the sport and who Magic Johnson was to the sport. You know what I mean? So I just feel like Clarissa Shields, what she did for women's boxing, she should be that recognizable figure. And that's what this story is about. And I'm so happy that this movie was made because I didn't know too much about Clarissa Shields before this. Fun fact, we actually did do a movie together called Lola 2, I believe it was. And I didn't know who she was then. Which is crazy. I did not know her story like that. Now I know. So let's just first of all, we do have to give it up for Clarissa Shields. Out the gate, we got to give it up for Clarissa Shields. She is, like I said, arguably the best, the greatest female boxer of all time. 15-time world champion. That should say enough. Am I right or am I right? But this movie comes out today. Now, why should you see it? Let me tell you why you should see it. First of all, this movie is about overcoming so many obstacles. She's from Flint, Michigan. and becoming a female boxer is not something that's ordinary, in the sense of becoming a female boxer is not something that we have a lot of people who've already done it and was so successful and has this thing. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's not something that little girls aspire to be, at least not. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've never seen it. I know a lot of people from a lot of different places of the world, and I can say that they've never seen it because it's not something that's so common. So to want to become a boxer, to train at a level where you become a world champion. I don't think, if you're an athlete, you know what that it takes. And all my athletes out there, you know what that takes. But for those who don't understand how much training, think about it. For a track athlete, you train your whole life. And if you're trying to become the fastest man or woman in the world, you train your whole life for 9 seconds. Like the dedication, and that has nothing to do with everyday life that's going on. It's just literally dedicating your life to that sport. It takes a lot. So then you have to, and then let's take that sport and then worry about all the other things. It can be financial. It could be family. It could be just the cards that you were dealt with life. It's so many things and obstacles that people inherit. Now, people that were born to certain families, you inherit that, whether it's good or bad. I don't think people talk about the bad inheritance that you are born into. Sometimes you're not born into the most glamorous, the most financially stable situation, and it's something that you have to dig and bring yourself out of just to play even with everybody else. Just to even the playing field, you got to dig out that hole. And that's exactly what Claressa Shields did. Not only did she dig out that hole, but she became a freaking champion. Now, I cannot go on without giving my girl all the flowers, all the bubbles, all the everything. Let me tell you something. Ryan Destiny, come here. No. Come here. Let me tell you something. Ryan, the way you bodied this role, Ryan, I see nobody else in this role but you. And I am so proud of you. I am so excited for you, for all the things that I know is going to come from this movie, because the way you became Claressa Shields, the way you stepped out of what people have their perception of you. Because when you see Ryan, she's obviously a beautiful woman. There's no discussion. She's a beautiful woman. And so you already have this pre-thing, what you think you might know about her, and the roles that she had in the past. You think what she can do as an actor. And here's the thing about that. And this is a life lesson. With everybody, whether you're an actor, you're a singer, whether you work in insurance, whether you drive a bus. Let me tell you something. People only know what they think they know, what they see, and then they take it and they assume what you are capable of, which can suck, which can be a crutch, and which can be a barrier that takes so long to break through, the hurdle to get over. It takes a while to do it, because you have to convince these people not only are you capable and have the talent and have the drive and determination, the same thing that Claressa Shields had to do. You see what I did there? That's exactly why this role was made for her, because not only did she have to play somebody who had to go through all these obstacles, but her herself had to go through these obstacles and let the public know, I'm not just a pretty actress. I'm not just a pretty face. I have layers. I have talent. For those who think that, oh, she's pretty, or this actor or actress, they pretty privileged, all this stuff. Oh, they get these roles because she lets you know, I have talent and I am here and I've arrived and I can do any role that you put me in front of. She did her homework, baby. Let me tell you something about this movie. The one thing I do love about this movie is obviously it's a coming of age movie, and it shows her growing up in Flint, Michigan, which I mentioned before, her training for the fight, her going through these obstacles with her family. I'm not want to give too much away with her family. It's her family dynamic is very familiar for those who know that know. She has a very I'm not gonna say tumultuous, but a very interesting family dynamic, and it's very interesting. I don't want to give too much away, but she has to go through that, and then also train, then also go through. It's just so much for a little girl at the time to go through that, and to train and stay consistent, and to make it there. That is it. It's so good. You're rooting for her the whole time. What I love about this movie, and let me give a shout out. Let me tell you something, Rachel Morrison. Congratulations to Rachel Morrison, the director. You are now on my short list of directors to work with in the future. The way you shot this movie, the way you use Flint, Michigan, the way you use Michigan as a character, the way the tonality, the tones, the hues, the way you shot the city, the way you shot these fight sequences, you felt like you were in the ring. You can tell it was strategically and precisely choreographed with the camera, with the actors, whoever choreographed it. Like, it was so dope. Rachel Morrison, shout out to you, and shout out to your DP, because I know behind every great director, you have to have an even greater DP. And Raina Yang, I hope I'm saying that right. Raina Yang or Raina Yang, let me tell you something. Both of you guys, these are two women. These are two women, you guys. Two women who is at the helm of this movie. Let me tell you, times are changing, and I love that they're changing. This movie, you're going to leave the theater feeling a lot of different things. You're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel like if she can go through that and get through that and get over that and continue to go, because she's still writing her story, y'all. Clarissa Shields is still writing her story. This is not a 60-year-old, 70-year-old woman who's had her boxing career and now she is still writing her story. And so you feel like you can go out and do anything. This is not just for little girls. These are for little boys. These are for little girls. These are for adults, because it's never too late if you have that dream to go for your dream, because it's never, as long as you got breath in you, there's never too late. It's never too late. One thing that I really loved about this movie was, usually with sports figures or autobiographies, and you already know what, if you have the research or you know the story. I didn't know this story, but once she won that first gold medal, I'm thinking, oh, she trained, she went through all this, she got to the Olympics, victory, she won. It wasn't until after that first victory when the movie started. That's when the movie started. The movie did not start until she won that gold medal, because it was just so good. Think about going up to the Olympics, representing your country. You're representing the country that you were born and raised in. You have the opportunity to go and represent them in a sport that you obviously love and trained your whole life for. Come back to the home state's country that you live in, and you still can't pay your rent. You still can't do a lot of things because of the pay gap between men and women. Sounds like a theme, y'all. Sounds like a theme. Because of the sponsorships or lack of, some of her counterparts that was not black were getting sponsorships, were getting deals that she just was not getting. She was not getting those deals. Think about coming home, seeing your counterparts on Wheaties boxes and these things, and you're in a store trying to get some Similac for your niece, and you can barely afford it, and you just came from the same Olympic Games these people came from. What that would do to your spirit alone. Like, this movie has so many layers, and oh my, okay, so this is one part of this movie that I really Really, ooh, I scream. Anybody who goes to the movie theater with me, I'm that I interact. Okay, I'm an interactor. So I don't talk back to the screen. I don't do that. But I'm an interactor. Okay, I just am. But it's just one particular scene. And shout out to Brian Tyree Henry. Let me tell you something about him too. Whoever your team is, Brian Tyree Henry, you guys have not been playing. But the way, not just but this role, but the previous roles that I've seen you in up until now, all the characters you have been playing up until now have been so complex. They have been different, and you have been bodying these characters as well. Like you are. I just feel so happy about this film all around with the actors that's in it. Ryan Destiny and Brian has really, you can tell off screen they have this synergy because you can see it on screen. They have a lot, they have the most scenes together because he plays her coach, for those who don't know. And her coach, Ryan, and two of the agents, they're having a meeting, and one of the agents goes, I know you're disappointed, and so are we. This is what the agent said to them too. She says, I know you're disappointed, and so are we. But you deserve so much more recognition. And do you know what Clarissa Shields, aka Ryan Destiny, said? She said, I don't deserve recognition, I earned it. She says, I don't deserve recognition. I earned it. How many of y'all have earned something? Because you know, how many, she says, I don't deserve it. I earned it. Ma'am? Sir? Ma'am? That was a word for me. I'm sorry. That was a word. She said, I earned it. And then the other agent said, "Oh, so what do you want? You want the recognition, or you want the money?" She turned to the agent and said, "Money is recognition." She said, "Money is recognition," and she's right. Money is the recognition. How many of you guys are underpaid? For real, for real. Not a job that you got hired for. They say you're going to make this X amount of dollars. You signed up. You knew that's what you were making. And then you got I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how many of you guys have done a job or on a job and you're not getting paid the money that you deserve, that you have earned, the money that you're supposed to be getting, because the same person who's doing the same job as you with the same level, same education, the only thing that's different is maybe this. Maybe. It's a running theme, you guys. Money is recognition, and it is. That is the recognition. When I'm getting paid this X amount of dollars, that's my recognition right there. That's how I know you value me for real, for real. That scene for me, that was the scene. And then there's another scene that I'm not going to disclose, that I'm not going to say, because it's when she goes to the pawn shop. I'm not going to say why she's there. I'm not going to say what goes on, but let me tell you something. That scene in that pawn shop, Ryan, you was acting, sweetie. Ryan, let me tell you something. You let them know you have arrived, and this is only the beginning for you. Like, you guys, you have to see this movie. The Fire Inside is in theaters right now, Christmas Day. Go to the movie, see this, take your whole family. Listen. These are the stories that we want to see. These are the stories that we need to see. These are the stories that we need. So we have to let Hollywood know and send them a message. We do want these stories. Not every story has to be about a certain particular thing or certain particular drugs or shootings or slavery or what you, because I'm hearing people say it's the same, this same, this. This is a different story. So this, you don't have then there's no pushback for that. This is a whole different, this is the stories we need. So we have to send Hollywood a message by going to see this movie opening weekend. We have to. We have to. And the weekend starts today. So this is a long weekend. Go see this within the first weekend so we can send Hollywood a message that we want these movies made. We got to. We have to. Shout out. I was so happy to go to an advanced screening of this. That was actually moderated by Lee Daniels, who, as you know, did star who Ryan Destiny was in. And let me show you something about this. As he was moderating this panel with them, with Ryan and Rachel, the director, he said, I saw this movie and I would have never thought, if this was my movie, I would have never thought to cast you as Clarissa Shields, because I wouldn't even thought about casting you as an actress. Now, that's not to say that he don't think that she has the talent, or, I can't think for him. But what I got from that, how I interpreted that, was even the people that you work with, that you're good with, that you're close with, sometimes they can't even see your potential. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Sometimes the people that your friends, your family, the people that you're in work with right now can't see your potential until you show them. That did something to me too, because it's proof that sometimes people see you as one thing, and I know life be life, and people got their own stuff going on, and that's just how they see you. And that's just how they see you. Now, some people meet you somewhere, and sometimes that's just where they want you to stay too. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. That's something completely different. However, you get what I mean. Go see this movie. Christmas Day, right now, today. Go see this movie. Now, rating system for this movie is 1 through 4 O's. 1 O being 4 O's being must see. You already know what this is getting. This is getting a Pafoooorm. 4 O's. Go see this movie, The Fire Inside. I promise you, you will not regret it. Shout out again to Rachel Morrison, the director, to Ryan Destiny, baby. You already know. You've met it. This is it. This is a changing of the guards situation. And the fact that they've done, they started this movie before COVID and then came back to finish, and then a strike happened. They had to come. This movie took a while to make. It had struggles and difficulties to even finish. The fact that this movie got made, the fact that it went through all those things, the fact that it's so many things that put into this movie, we don't have a choice but to promote it, to support it, and make sure you go see it. I'm actually going to go see it again. I'm going to buy a ticket to go see it again. Because the first time I was invited to a screen, this time I'm going to buy a ticket because I'm going to support this movie. Make sure you do, because I am, so you should too. Again, make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, and let me know if you're going to go see this movie this weekend on Christmas, as you should, because I said so. And remember, you might see me in the theater. And if you're in the theater watching this movie and you hear somebody in the theater say, "Ma'am," or "Sir," you know I'm in the building. See y'all.